Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
The first question is differentiate between autotrophs and heterotrophs. We know this that autotrophs means self-feeders, those organisms which prepare their own food. For example, plants. So plants are autotrophs, they can prepare their own food, they don't depend on others. But if we talk about heterotrophs, they depend on other living organisms for their food. So, heterotrophs are animals like us who depend on other animals and plants for their food. How can you differentiate between breathing and respiration? So, we learned about this that breathing is just the exchange of gases. Breathing means just taking in oxygen and then giving out carbon dioxide. So breathing is nothing but exchange of gases. But when we talk about respiration, respiration is making use of this oxygen and to produce energy. The oxygen and the food will react with each other to give you energy. Okay, so that is the difference between breathing and respiration. Breathing is just the part wherein you will exchange the gases, but respiration is you will do breathing as well as energy production. So breathing is a part of respiration. What do you mean by excretion? Excretion means getting rid of the waste materials. So when we eliminate all the waste from the body, when we remove the waste from the body, that is excretion. Excretion is when you want to eliminate, remove, get rid of all the unwanted materials, all the toxic, harmful substances from your body, that is excretion. All living organisms will perform excretion. What is stimuli? Give examples where living beings respond to stimuli. Stimuli is nothing but the change in the environment and organisms responding to that change. For example, if we touch any hot pan, we respond to stimuli by removing our hands away. So touching the hot pan is the stimuli, is the change in the external environment. And when I touch the hot pan, I quickly remove my hand. So my response is to remove the hand. So this is the example of response to stimuli. Some plants moving towards the sunlight, growing towards the sunlight is also an example of response to stimuli. How is the moving of a train different from moving of a tiger? The reason is train is a non-living organism and a tiger is a living organism. That is the reason there is a difference between a movement in the train and the movement in the tiger. That train is non-living thing and a tiger is a living thing. What do you mean by vegetative propagation? Vegetative propagation is the process where we can grow plants using any parts of the plant other than the seeds. So we all know that seeds grow into new plants, but in vegetative propagation, we can make use of parts of the plant like the stem, the root, the leaves. So making use of the parts of the plant for their growth to grow a new individual is called as vegetative propagation. Students, today we have studied about the different characteristics which will help us identify that which particular thing is living and which are non-living things.